Time now is 7:03. Speaking of Congress, a group of lawmakers has just returned from a trip to Gitmo. Congressman Mike McCaul, one of those on that trip, and he's joining us live to talk more about it. Good morning. Thank you for being with us.
Good to be on.
Thank you so much. We're glad to have you on. Tell us about your trip to Gitmo, what you turned up.
Well, we were the first congressional delegation to go down to Guantanamo since the president signed these executive orders to close it down. And I must say it was a very chilling experience to go down and see these 250 terrorists who have been apprehended on the battlefields, primarily in Afghanistan and Pakistan. We saw the top al-Qaeda leadership that have been captured, including Ktrh Mohammed, who was the mastermind of 9/11. So you can imagine seeing the very individual who perpetrated the attacks of 9/11. I walked away with several emotions. One, that these people should never be allowed on U.S. soil in any circumstances. It would be far too dangerous. Secondly, the Attorney General was down there at the same time with us for his first visit. And the Pentagon, at the request of the Obama administration, just came out with a report saying that the facility was in compliance with the Geneva Convention, that there is no evidence of torture or waterboarding. You know, I was a federal prosecutor. I've been through federal prisons. This was better than any facility I had seen in the United States. And the health care afforded to these individuals, these detainees, is better than probably any American receives in the United States. So it's beyond me as to why we have to close a facility that we have spent $100 million to build and bring them into the United States to stand trial, where under our federal rules of evidence, they could very likely be released into our society.
Well, Congress, last quick question for you. You've been there now. You propose legislation to make sure they don't come to the United States. It definitely looks like this detention center is going to close. What do we do with these folks?
Well, I think that is the question, and I think it's a very dangerous policy. I think it's driven by political correctness to release these individuals. I think that what is happening right now is they have these appeals by law, these habeas petitions, on appeal. When those come back from the appellate courts, we could proceed with military trials, and I think that's these are captured on the battlefield. The law of war should apply to them, and we should have we should have these military tribunals that try these individuals. I mean, after all, we're talking about, Ktrh Mohammed, who was the mastermind of 9/11. I think he should be tried by a military tribunal. And with most of these individuals, and they're treated very well with a lot of respect. But at the same time, these are very, very dangerous individuals. They are not some ragtag team of sort of losers down there. They are very, very dangerous terrorists, and we need to treat them that way.
It'll be very interesting to see how this all plays out eventually. We appreciate your input, since you've seen something very few of us have seen. That's Congressman Mike McCaul, just coming back from Cuba, taking a fact-finding mission to Gitmo.
Time now is